Okay. There's only one thing left to do in the yard. That's hedging. These things are a bit bushy. Looking pretty good though. We trimmed those things all the way down a couple of weeks ago. They've already flowered back up pretty good. You know, it got about 100 for over 2 weeks. And I've been working on this yard 5 weeks, off and on, doing a lot of detail stuff to it. Got to trim that one. And I'm making a video about the yard.
Oh, okay. It looks great.
Yeah. That's Mimi. She just got in from Eupora. So some of these bushes like this, I trimmed down way low. Like I said, I did this one about 3 weeks ago, and it's already coming back. Some new leaves on it. This one too. This one was just gigantic. I did a circumference cut around it. Left that taller stuff. Shaped that one up. That little bushy guy back there had a lot of dry stuff on it. It's looking fresh now. And that one, it was something like this bush here, but since it's coming up close to that tree, I went ahead and trimmed it all the way down. You know, those leaves will come back up in a couple of weeks, and it'll get a full shape, you know, by next spring at least. So here's the Pine Haven house. Philip did a lot of the weed eating and mowing. I did mowing, cutting of limbs, and we had 2 big piles right here. You know, it turns the grass brown for a little while. It's already turned it back to green. And I want to step back a little bit to give you a view. This is really a beautiful house. We call it a mansion. It's really a mansion. The house we lived in before was something like 1,600 square feet, and then we had it added on to make it 1,900 square feet. I'm not sure what the square footage is on this one, but it's at least twice as big. There's the magnolias getting ready to come out. Give you a close-up of those buds. You know, they stay like that a really long time, and magnolia trees don't really bloom every year, depending on the weather of that year. But we're expecting to see blooms from this September. It's been a couple of years since I've seen a lot of magnolia blooms in this area. A couple of real hot summers. Now we're going to have another heat wave. Today's August 20th, and there's going to be another heat wave start tomorrow for our final summer heat wave. This bush is beautiful with a lot of beautiful blooms. So I cut some of this stuff down so that even with this retaining wall, and I'm going to let some of this stuff grow pretty tall and bushy. You can get privacy jungle effect here. I had to totally tear these guys down. They were in bad shape, and you take a close-up look here. I just sprayed them with water. Spray them with water about every other night. It's looking rough right there. It actually needs to be cut more. Some kind of tree disease or something. But, you know, he was too bushy, sticking out, too many old limbs on it. And we shaped this garden up. There was a couple of cool nights that turned the tomato plants brown suddenly, so I went ahead and got as many of these green tomatoes. I already took a lot of them inside and cooked them. We had green tomatoes, cucumbers, and here's some of the ones that I pulled off for the final pick. These things are real juicy. The guy that planted the tomatoes for my mom is taking care of them. He watered them very delicately every night. And there's a rose bush looking good. All this stuff looking pretty good. Got this shaped up. We had baby shower for Eva and PJ. PJ's 10 months, Eva's 4, and we had a few friends over to celebrate their births and had the party inside there. All right, there's a tomato plant that's hanging in there that looks okay. You know, you see like it just happened in a period of about a week. Just suddenly turned brown in some parts. This one looks okay. Tomato plants are good for any garden. They nourish the soil. So Mama's garden's looking pretty good. There's the second floor. Birdhouse. Some of the pot plants we had, I used spare dirt. Go around that tree. And we've got a lot of redbirds, yellowbirds, blue jays, all kinds of birds flying out here. See, here's some really good tomatoes. Had plenty of tomatoes this summer. There's some more. There's some bushes need to be shaped up. So I'll come back and make a 100% video. I cleaned a lot of sticks out of this area and limbs that were hanging down. Got everything, over 6.5 feet. So this is all looking really good. Moved a few things around. There's Eva's swimming pool. She said, "Daddy, the swimming pool's small. That's for PJ." She's 4. She have a lot of fun at it, but it is small for a 4-year-old. That's a tree that 2 years ago I trimmed off the surrounding part so there's more area for kids to play up under that tree. Shaped up those flowers. Now there's just pine cones in there. This has a double effect that's really good. Nice smell from the pine cones, and the smoke discourages flying insects and mosquitoes. I love the smell of pine. There's only one place in the world that's got stronger smells of pine than here is Italy. That I've been. I really like the smell of pine everywhere, winter or summer. The Italians have a really great shampoo with that intense fresh pine smell. And their water is hard over there. Very clean, clear, hard, mineral-type water. Great for taking a shower, bath, drinking. Our water in this area of Mississippi is soft. I don't know why. The best water I've ever bathed in or drank in Mississippi is in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Incredibly good water in that community. My only complaint about Clinton water is it takes so long to get the soap off your body, off your hand, out of the shampoo out of your hair. It just feels like you really got to turn the shower on really strong, and it takes you a little bit longer to bathe to get those suds off of you. So here we are. It's where we live, the Bailey compound.